July 16, 1945. A flash of light brighter than 1,000 suns scorched the New Mexico desert. In that moment, humanity didn't just discover a new weapon. We entered a new epoch. Robert Oppenheimer famously quoted the Bhagavad Gita, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." But today, in 2026, the silence of the Cold War has been replaced by a new, more complex noise. The nuclear club is no longer a two-player game between Washington and Moscow. It is a multipolar web of 9 nations and several others standing on the threshold, holding a combined 12,112 warheads. As of February 5, 2026, the last remaining guardrail, the New START Treaty, has officially expired. For the first time in over half a century, there are no legal limits on the number of nuclear weapons the world's superpowers can deploy. This sunset of arms control has triggered a quiet but frantic race to fill the vacuum. We are standing at a crossroads where the absence of inspections and data sharing has turned strategic stability into a guessing game. How do we get here? And who holds the keys to the end of the world? To understand the global nuclear landscape, you must first look at the giants. Between them, Russia and the United States hold nearly 87% of the world's nuclear inventory. With approximately 5,580 warheads, Russia remains the world's largest nuclear power. Under Vladimir Putin, Russian doctrine has shifted toward non-strategic or tactical nuclear weapons, smaller warheads designed for battlefield use rather than total city-level destruction. Russia's avant-garde hypersonic glide vehicles and Sarmat ICBMs are specifically engineered to bypass any missile defense system the West can currently field. Close behind is the U.S. with roughly 5,044 warheads. The American strategy is undergoing its most significant modernization since the 1980s. From a new Sentinel ICBMs to the B-21 Raider stealth bomber and Columbia-class submarines, the U.S. is spending hundreds of billions to ensure its triad, land, sea, and air, remains a credible deterrent. The dynamic has fundamentally changed. During the Cold War, the goal was mutually assured destruction, MAD. Today, the focus has shifted toward flexible response. The fear isn't just a global exchange, but a miscalculation or a limited nuclear strike facilitated by AI-driven command systems that shorten a leader's decision time to seconds. If Russia and the US are the old guard, China is the disruptor. For decades, Beijing maintained a minimal deterrent. That era is over. In 2026, China has surpassed 500 operational warheads, a number that has more than doubled in just a few years. Experts project they are on a trajectory to reach 1,000 by 2030. Beijing views a massive nuclear arsenal as the ultimate insurance policy for its regional ambitions, particularly concerning Taiwan and the South China Sea. China is no longer content with being a secondary power. They're building a peer-level triad to achieve strategic parity with Washington and Moscow, fundamentally breaking the old bipolar balance. With 225 warheads, the UK relies entirely on its sea-based deterrent. Their continuous at-sea deterrent, CSD, ensures that at least one Vanguard-class submarine is always on patrol, hidden in the deep ocean. Holding 290 warheads, France remains the maverick. France maintains total independence from NATO's nuclear planning group. In 2026, the doctrine of strategic autonomy suggests that French nuclear protection might extend to its European neighbors, creating a second nuclear umbrella as a hedge against shifting American foreign policy. This is perhaps the most dangerous nuclear flashpoint on Earth. Unlike the Atlantic powers, India and Pakistan share a direct, disputed land border. With 172 warheads, India's program is built on a no-first-use policy, focusing on the Agni series of missiles capable of reaching any corner of Asia. Holding 170 warheads, Pakistan utilizes full-spectrum deterrence. They have developed tiny, battlefield nuclear weapons specifically to counter India's conventional military superiority. In this region, the warning time for a nuclear launch isn't 30 minutes. It's less than 5, leaving almost no room for diplomatic intervention once a countdown begins. North Korea. Defying every international sanction, Kim Jong-un's regime has moved from a threat to a nuclear reality. With an estimated 50 to 100 warheads, Pyongyang now possesses the Hwasong-18 and Hwasong-20 solid-fuel ICBMs that can be launched with almost no prior warning. Israel maintains a policy of nuclear opacity. While never officially confirming their arsenal, experts estimate they hold about 90 warheads. In the volatile Middle East, Israel's Samson option, the threat of massive retaliation if the state is about to be overrun, remains the ultimate silent deterrent. This shift is creating a pro-life ration cascade that extends beyond the traditional rivals. Turkey, under President Erdogan, is emerging as the region's newest maverick, leveraging its Russian-built Akku nuclear plant and a burgeoning nuclear navy program to master the fuel cycle. By labeling enrichment as a necessity for naval propulsion, a legal loophole in international treaties, Ankara is quietly building the technical foundation for a deterrent of its own. Iran stands as the ultimate pivot point. Despite a joint U.S.-Israeli military campaign in February 2026 aimed at dismantling its enrichment infrastructure, Tehran has proven remarkably resilient. By officially terminating the last remnants of the 2015 JCPOA in late 2025, Iran has signaled that its nuclear status is no longer a bargaining chip, but a permanent reality. This breakout capability has fundamentally shattered the regional status quo, forcing neighbors like Saudi Arabia to rethink their own security. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's long-standing warning that if Iran gets a bomb, Saudi Arabia must follow, is moving toward fulfillment as Riyadh seeks domestic uranium enrichment capabilities under the guise of a massive civil nuclear expansion. We are entering a second nuclear age defined by hypersonic speed. The question isn't just who has the bomb, but who is next.